Break it down. Break it down. Hi guys, thanks for watching Dayna of all trades. For our very first Throwback Thursday, I think that it's only fitting to show you guys my ultimate favorite Sia song. It is essentially the story of my life. If y'all don't know who Sia is, you need to Google it because you've been sleeping. She is a huge icon. She writes for everybody. She's written for Beyonce. She's written for Rihanna. And her voice is unparalleled. I actually had the pleasure of meeting Sia at an event. I just went up to her and introduced myself and chatted with her a little bit and told her that I'm obsessed with her. And No Doubt was performing. We just sang and danced to No Doubt. The experience was surreal. I had never thought that I would just be partying with Sia, but it happened and it was amazing. She was super kind and it just made me love her more. The song I'm going to talk about today is called Alive. The whole song is essentially about resilience. It's about how she went through hell and she lived through it. I feel like she emotes so much of the pain and the history and the trials and tribulations that she went through, and she's so powerful and so much stronger now because of that. So let's listen. I was born in a thunderstorm. I grew up overnight. So the very first line, I was born in a thunderstorm. I grew up overnight. I'm not going to tell you her story. I'm going to tell you my interpretation of these lines and my story and why I love it so much. I was born in a thunderstorm. I was born to a mom that was 15, a dad that was 22. They were children. Neither of them even had their high school diplomas. And they didn't stay together very long. And it wasn't the best home environment. She said, I grew up overnight and I relate to that so much. I'm the oldest child. There's a lot of responsibilities that come with being the oldest child. And especially when your parents are absent. I had to fend for myself. I had to, get myself dinners or get myself rides to places or entertain myself. All the responsibilities of a parent pretty much were non-existent. And I took those responsibilities on myself. And the dynamic wasn't different for my siblings. I parented them a lot. I had to raise them. I wore envy and I hated that. I feel like a lot of people can relate to this line. Everyone at some point in life has experienced that. Growing up with barely anything, with very little, I envied a lot of people and I hated myself for feeling that way. But if I'm honest with myself, that's how I truly felt. I always looked at what other people had, like having new clothes for school or getting a brand new car when they turned 16 or even having their parents at their soccer games. So I found myself in my childhood envying a lot. This is my favorite part of the song. I had a one-way ticket to the place where all the demons go. A lot of people that come from my background or come from an environment where the adults around you are all users. They're either addicted to drugs or alcohol. It's almost expected of you to go down that same path. Everybody expected me to grow up and be an alcoholic. Everybody expected me to not finish high school. Everybody expected me to be a pregnant teenager, which I was. And it was the trajectory of my life unless I decided to change it. As you can see, the song is not sad. Anybody that's been through something terrible, it's so simple to go home and feel sorry for yourself, but instead it's a different outlook on the situation. It's finding the silver lining. It's using that history to empower yourself and be thankful that you're alive, that you made it through, and that you're here today. I hate that I had to grow up the way that I did, but at the same time, I love my history because it made me who I am. And I feel like I can offer a lot of insight to people that go through that. Like, I'm strong, I'm independent, I'm resilient, I can tolerate a lot. And it also showed me a lot of things that I didn't want to do. Maybe seeing my mom always so addicted to the drugs turned me off from it so much that I never really experimented with drugs. And maybe that's the reason why I never went down that path. So it's almost like whatever happened in the past, as terrible as it is, it can always be looked at from the bright side. And I'm thankful that I've lived through that because I survived. I'm alive. Overall, just a super empowering song. It's the story of a girl who took a bad situation, lived through it, prevailed from it, and now is using that history to inspire others to get through their similar situations. And I'm inspired. If you haven't listened to the song, you should definitely check it out. You will not be disappointed. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon.